Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's that time of the month again where I get to sit down and give you guys a little bit of a wrap up of how my reading went for the month. It is currently the end of May, so hopefully everyone had an amazing May in reading. If you read, I hope you had an amazing time. If you guys don't know, I did a May TBR list. Also, if you hear some tippy taps in the back, my dog is here with me today. But what I was gonna say is I had a May TBR that is all of these books over here. I do want to say I did not read all of these books. I only read the last of this book, and I read a couple of other books as well that weren't in my TBR list in the beginning. I'm also wanting to do a June TBR. I got new books and I've been wanting to get more into kind of summary type of books. I did want to start this video by saying I finished reading Lightlark, and honestly, if you guys know, I didn't really remember how it ended, but when reading, I was like, oh my god, this is how it ended. And then right away I was really wanting to go into the second book of this trilogy and read Nightbane. However, I wanted to take a little bit of a pause and see what else I could read that would be a little bit different than fantasy. And I started this book, but then I was seeing so much hype around the series of books of Tommen, Binding 13, and that's because in this month, I believe Redeeming 10 or something like that, a new book is coming out for that series, and so that's why there was so much hype around it. And I started to read that series, so I read the first book out of that series, so Binding 13, Keeping 13, and I'm currently still reading Saving 6, which is the third book. All of the books follows different types of couple. Well, not all of them. The two first book follows Shannon and Johnny, and then the two other books I believe follows Joey and Aoife. So I don't know the correct pronunciation for their names, but yeah, so I started to read that series and I'm really loving it so far. I see the hype and why everyone loves it. So although I did not read these 5 books that I was wanting to read initially, I did still read almost 4 books this month, which I was wanting to read 5 books because it was the month of May, and it might have been a high goal, which is okay to have goals like that. But moving on into the month of June, I'm wanting to have a lower goal, if that makes sense, a smaller book reading goal, because although it is good to go big and strong, I do want to take the time. So although I'm not going to be reading, I don't think, it depends on my mood. Again, I'm a mood reader, so in the month of June, the following month, I'm wanting to continue on this series, but I'm also wanting to read these 3. I got 6 new books, but I picked out 3 books that I don't know a thing about. I'm wanting to read Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Again, I could not tell you a thing about this book. However, I know that it is bound to be a good one because I've heard so many good things about just the author Emily Henry. There's about, in Book Lovers, let me show you guys the pages. There's about 373 pages in the Book Lovers. And if you've seen my shopping vlog, you might have heard me, when doing my haul, talk about a little bit about the book. And then I'm also wanting to dive in again back into some fantasy reading. So on my June TBR, I also have Powerless by Lauren Roberts, and this book follows Peyton and Kai, and that's about it. That's all I know. It's a trilogy. There might be even a novella, but there's about 497 pages, so almost 500. The third book of this trilogy just got out not too long ago, and that there's been so much hype, and I haven't read it, and I know that there's so much love around this book, and I'm really excited to dive into that. So far we have Book Lovers and Powerless in my June TBR, and the books that again I didn't get to read in the month of May, I'm still wanting to hopefully read in the future. So although these 4 books did not get read by me in the month of May, I might just pick out, actually, for my June TBR, the Why Am I Like This by Gemma Stiles. There's about, oh, I love the writing, how big it is. There's about 323 pages this book by Gemma Stiles once more. I'm still wanting to get into this book because it does talk about anxiety and all of that, and I love to just fuel my mind with knowledge. And not that reading books like fiction is not knowledge, but it is just in a different route, so I've been wanting to get more into that. So this is gonna be moving on into my June TBR. And then the last book on my June TBR is a hockey figure skating romance called Unsteady, a novel by Peyton Corinne, and there's about 358 pages. Again, if you guys have not seen my shopping vlog, I mentioned a little bit that I've been wanting to get into more of like hockey romances because I'm a Canadian, you know, so I'm really wanting to just get into it. And I love, like, just the cover is so precious, and my favorite book creator was loving and making so many content about this book, and I'm like, oh, I'm ready for this. So these 4 books are about to be my June TBR, which I'm really excited. Hopefully you also make a list for your reading goals in the month of June. If you don't, that's okay, but I feel like it makes it even more fun to just have goals and yeah, to read, because reading is a powerful thing. And know that, again, if you guys don't read all of your TBR books that you're wanting and putting on your list, that's okay. You can always put them in the next month or read when you feel like it. And yeah, I have 3 other books that I was kind of wanting to challenge myself, so I have like these 3 other books. So if I'm more gravitating towards one in this like section or selection, I might just grab one of this instead of another one that I have on my June TBR list that I'm showing you guys. But basically, mainly, I just really want to have this smaller list of books to read. 4 books that are different but amazing. 1 fantasy, 1 nonfiction, and 2 amazing romances, which I love a good romance. Oh, Powerless, I think, is a romantasy, so we love that. It's like romance and fantasy vibes. So yeah, this is my June TBR, and I hope you guys have an amazing time reading whatever you decide to read in June. I hope you have an amazing summer. It's summer, and I feel like summer is when school is out and you get to just relax near the pool with a book. So grab a book, relax, and I hope you have an amazing time reading. Let me know what books interest you guys the most in my June TBR, and let me know what other type of book content you would like to see from me, because I always love creating content for you guys. You guys know creating content is my favorite thing ever, especially when it's about books. I love books, okay? Never thought that would be something that I say. Again, make sure you go and take care of yourself.